Hello. Already, things have not gone to plan. This is the first time that Rick and the Vic have been out together in 2026. It is end of April. I was going to say May, but it's not. It's the end of April. And we were going to a particular little village. Now, I'm not sure if Rick has said the name of the village already in his intro that he's probably done this morning, but I'm not going to, because where I went, shall I say, I was slightly ahead of Rick, it wasn't quite us. It was a perfectly pleasant place, but we like quiet. We like the quintessentially British. We like a little church. We like villages. We don't like hustle and bustle of small market towns where you can't park. Now, I'm going to see Rick's new van today, Mouse, I believe. I wasn't expecting that, but maybe it's a Matrix thing. Mouse was one of the characters in the Matrix film, for the first one. I've got the red car. Obviously, no more motorhoming for me, and I have to say that coming to this village today, I think for both Rick and I, Rick was feeling that Guinevere was too big and too cumbersome to get around and park, and Elvis, as we all know, would have taken up this entire car park. There is something about having a smaller vehicle that's easier to get to, easier to get in, that somehow makes it work that little tiny bit better. It's smoother, it's cleaner. So yeah, basically got to wait now. There is a little village pub and other facilities and what have you. We'll see what we can find, but first we'll wait for Rick to arrive. Right, I've managed to get hold of Rick. There is absolutely, well, I say absolutely no mobile signal, there's clearly a bit. There's no data signal, so I couldn't send a message. But I did manage to get through on the phone, just. But there's something actually quite nice about not having any, sort of data signal. I didn't bring the laptop. I can't do anything today other than just be out and about and do some filming. And I quite like that, I'll be very honest. Now what I've decided to do is just go for a little tiny walk before Rick gets here. He's about half an hour away. So I thought I'd just have a little nose, see what's down here. Apparently the Hall and Dovecote is down here. And this is unsuitable for motor vehicles. Looks perfectly acceptable to me, but we won't upset anyone. But yeah, it's a lovely day, absolutely beautiful. There's a few other people that have come out and about for a walk as well, and I can see that the church is just over there. Look, poking up the top on the tree. I don't know how well you saw that, because the sun's just in my eye as well. Ah, right. I think we might have, as Rick put it, is this a contender for Hales Abbey? That's the big question today. Is it Hales Abbey? Nothing will ever be Hales Abbey. Not just in the physical, but nothing will ever be emotionally Hales Abbey. But yeah, so right, this looks like a dead end apart from the church. So I don't know where this Dovecote is and the hall. It might be that I've already made a mistake. But yeah, I have it all. Oh no, I would say that is quite indicative. Let me show you something. I would say that sign just there is pretty indicative that it's through there somewhere. Right, the church is open. Should I have a look now, or should I wait for Rick? Go on, let's have a little look. fascinates me. Communion rails always down. Because I'm a bit philosophical. I always think that blocking the access to the altar, with the sort of implication that only the priest can step up there. I don't like that. And I say that as somebody that can quite legitimately go and stand up there. I just don't like the mentality of sort of the separation. I don't think that's what it should be. But lovely building, very peaceful. Very peaceful. Some birds nesting somewhere. And find Rick, I think. He might be at 20 past now, quarter past, 20 past. He might be a bit closer. I did actually bring, just in case, because obviously it's Rick and the Vic. You don't see this very often. This actually a holy water vessel. There's none in there at the moment. If there was some water, I could bless some, couldn't I? But you don't see that very often anymore. Not in a non-Catholic church, anyway. Let's go and see if we can find Rick. Right, jumping around a little bit in the video, as I have a bit of a habit of doing, Rick has arrived, and we are going to go and have a look in Mouse in a minute. But as I just observed on Rick's video, so there's a continuity thing going on here, it's a Rick and the Vic. How would anyone know? Brought a collar and a shirt, so I'm going to change. I'll see you. I mean, you don't want to see this. Maybe you do, but you're not going to. See you in a sec. So we know the question, don't we? Is it as good as Hales Abbey?
I don't know, that they've got the sparkly river down there as well.
Yes.
So I think Hales Abbey could be within. I think Hales Abbey could have a bit of a contender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is nice. Let's go wandering.
Let's go wandering and not make the same video.
Okay. Which way are you going?
I'm going that way.
Okay, go on then.
Which way are you going?
It never gets old.
Oh, fair enough.
So the mischievous bit of me is wondering, there's a staircase there. We couldn't get up there, could we?
Not without climbing gear.
Not, well, safely, yeah. Oh, gosh, it's in the river as well. Look, this is, yeah, this is gorgeous.
And in the river, and the wind is actually quite warm as well, isn't it? So I need to find out what river this is. I think if it's the River Leach, then this is the one that goes through East Leach.
Right, okay.
think we're both getting hungry, so
Yes.
we're going to head back to the van for the food.
Yes, I think a sandwich and...
But I think a quick look inside the building
Yeah.
will be perhaps worth it. Look at that beautiful blue sky. Amazing.
Yes. I think what we've discovered is that coming to places like this is absolutely lovely. But the reason that we don't, either of us, have a National Trust or an English Heritage membership is that after a couple of minutes, unless you're really into the architecture, when you just come and just look at the beauty of it, that doesn't take very long. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, the stories this place could tell if the walls had the ability to speak. I mean, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years, and obviously a ruin now, or partial ruin, but it's, you know, if these walls could speak, what would they say, eh? Yeah. Breathtaking though, absolutely breathtaking. And it is nice, in all seriousness, that Rick and the Vic have come out and done a thing. What else will we have to do this this summer? I don't know. Yeah, this is rather pleasant. I'm going to see where he's got to. If you want to know what he said, check out his video.
Morning, Vicar.
Morning. Yeah.
This must have been the great kitchen, I'm guessing.
The great kitchen.
The great kitchen.
And this is the great
hall.
the great doorway.
And a great doorway.
Something I've realised, which I actually think is meritorious of mentioning. Yes. There's a couple of what was staircases on the side that they have bricked up to stop you going through onto the middle and third floor.
But they go to the outside. They're the outside of the hall. If you're standing inside the hall, I was just saying.
Yeah.
I couldn't see any indication that there were upper floors.
Yeah.
There were some indentations in the wall, like those, but they were too close together to be floor joist holders.
Right. Okay.
So I think that great hall went literally floor to ceiling.
Okay.
That's my
So in that
guess.
So what are those staircases on the outside then? Roof access?
Maybe
or?
maybe they need to clean the windows. I don't know.
What windows?
I don't know. Yeah, great big windows up in the upper.
Oh, fair enough.
On that side.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Glass in them now,
probably the window cleaners then.
But look at that church all lit up with the backdrop there. That is gorgeous.
I'm just going to let him do the talking for me. We're doing the same video anyway.
I have 3 minutes left on my card, so I think it's back to the van and for a bite to eat, and we'll decide what to do from there.
Yeah, what he said.
Perfect.
So Rick is just availing himself of the facilities on board his new van. And I have got some sandwiches, which I'm going to share with Rick if he'd like. I've got 2 lovely cans of San Pellegrino, zesty beverage. And then I've got a chicken club sandwich. Here, look. That Helen kindly bought. And this is an interesting one. Pork pie inspired sandwich. Now, years ago, I had a lasagna sandwich from Tesco. And Helen wouldn't believe that, that this existed. And then she saw this pork pie one, and they were sort of, oh yeah, maybe. I mean, lasagna sandwich is a tall order, but it was true. Right, as soon as Rick is ready, I'll go and sit in his van and we'll have our sandwiches. Oh, hello, doing the same video again.
Alex is, Alex is going to try some food.
I've taken my collar off.
Yeah.
Right, so, those of you that remember my trip to Wales a couple of years ago will know that I went into this very, very expensive farm shop and got this, I don't know if you remember this, this milkshake. It wasn't raw milk, but it was some sort of specialised milk. And I remember having a sip of it, and I don't want to be disrespectful in any way, but I remember going, that's different, isn't it? That's interesting. By which I meant awful. Now, I mentioned the lasagna sandwich years ago. Helen very kindly, she saw this. This is a pork pie inspired sandwich. So I am going to try this. Now, it doesn't actually look like it's got pork pie in it, but it does, I mean, this is like pork meat. Oh yes, it's like it's basically luncheon meat, I think.
Okay.
Luncheon meat with piccadilly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bite into this and we will see whether it is interesting or delicious.
I'm taking the corned beef route.
Actually, hold the thought. That genuinely is different, but not unpleasantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's not used to your, your usual caviar and foie gras, but
Nowhere near, but
it was spice.
that's not bad. It's not bad at all. It reminds me of something. Not luncheon meat, because I don't eat luncheon meat, but that reminds me of something. Not corned beef. I don't know. I can't place it. Oh, it's coming to me. Sausage stuffing.
Sausage stuffing?
When I've made sausage flavoured stuffing, that's exactly what that tastes like.
Okay.
That's actually, that's all right. Okay.
Well, would you like a piece of corned beef?
That's extremely kind. I couldn't possibly, not at the moment. Oh gosh, you really did open that as well.
I did. I'll have a slice of it.
I mean, I appreciate you've got no foie gras or caviar, but I mean, do you have mayonnaise or Branston pig or anything?
No, it's just raw survival food today.
Well, I might have a bit of that as well.
Actually, what I could do is open the mackerel fillets and use the teriyaki sauce on it. Or would that be just absolutely...
That'd be wrong, sir. It'd be wrong.
Make me a Philistine, isn't it?
Well, it would reaffirm. Can I tempt you to one of these, sir?
I'm trying to stay away from the liquids at the moment, thank you.
Me too, but...
Your problem.
Yeah. I was thirsty.
Thank you for the offer. I may, if I get thirsty later, I may take you up on it. Right, let's give this a go.
Good? Perfect, right.
Corned beef is very, very underrated.
I like corned beef.
It's a good all-round. I was going to say film. What? Where are these words coming from?
I don't know.
It's a good all-round
filler.
Food.
Okay.
It's nice with butter as well.
Have you got any? Got any butter?
No.
No. It's also really nice with mayonnaise or pickle.
No.
No.
I didn't bring any food. I was sort of half expecting us to end up in a pub somewhere having a pub meal.
There is a pub down the road, actually.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, we drove past it on the way here.
Although being here, I bet you it's really, really cheap.
Yeah, probably. Well, in that case, I'll let you pay.
Yeah.
Is it different? Interesting. Rick's lost the feed, so we'll see you in a bit. We're only teasing, but
So relaxing.
yeah, we'd like to report that we've done loads of important stuff, wouldn't we? We'd like to do that. Oh, my phone just went to do. That's yours, is it? Okay. as you can see, we are quite zen. Now, we were debating what we were going to do, but well, there's several points that we'd like to share with you. It is quite warm, isn't it? It's pleasantly warm. I would say pleasantly warm. And we've eaten reasonably well, I thought. It was all right. And we've been chatting. We've put the world to rights. Mostly, anyway.
Nearly 2 hours.
Yeah. But we have decided that, although we're terrible, we don't really want to do anything else, do we, other than just rest. So
it's just pleasant just sitting and just being in this nice environment.
it really is. So I think that's it for my video. I don't know if Rick wants to say anything, or we might think of something he might do in a minute. I don't know.
I would like to point out that compliments to whoever made this chair, because we've been sat on it for 2 hours and not even been fidgeting or anything. It's been a really comfortable chair.
I see.
Oh wait, that was me.
Oh, he says smugly. We didn't see that one. Didn't see that one coming, did we? Right. Well, I think I'm going to say thanks so much indeed for watching. It's been
really good fun.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a pleasant surprise actually finding that.
Yeah.
That ball.
Yeah.
And then we just I was not expecting it. That was really bonus.
And I think although we always say we must do this again, I think we have to do this again. Just sat in the van, just doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Pretending that we're trying to work for a living in some capacity. But yeah, so that is it for this one. I've no idea how long the video is. I'll know by the time I've edited it, but at the moment I've no idea what. Yeah, very probably. Right, well, with that in mind, thanks for watching, and we will be back. But was it Hales Abbey? We'll let you decide. We have no comment to make, do we? You tell us in the comments below, was it Hales Abbey? Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.